Hello again, pig wrestlers. And as we know from the start, the whole ethos of this series is to enjoy wrestling with pigs. Let's find some pigs that we've been wrestling with since forever and potentially may never vanquish. But whether we will or not is the subject of debate. Unkempt Australian long-haired David Chalmers was the guy responsible for coining the term the hard problem. That to differentiate it from the easy problem, which is ironic because it's not easy at all, together with what I consider to be the hardest problem, are what I'm going to philosoph-waffle about here. Inanimate molecules joined together gather some kind of life force which we can replicate in laboratories. So that's, although it's a major mystery, it's not even one of the hard problems. Let's go to the first hard problem, the easy problem, which is how the heck did consciousness evolve? And I've just read a good article by Thomas Tallis in The Last Philosophy Now, where he questions the very idea of the usefulness from an evolutionary point of view of consciousness. We kind of take it for granted that it's better to be conscious than not. It must give us some kind of head start, mustn't it, in the evolutionary race? But why? Explain. First, explain how. That is the, in quotes, easy problem. And there, modern neuroscientists and philosophers are split on whether we'll ever be able to explain that sufficiently. And then we take the leap to the hard problem, which is our experience of consciousness. You could say the easy one is how, and the hard one is what the heck? Let's go to a thought experiment about this. This is Mary's Room, which was proposed by Frank Jackson in an article titled Epiphenomenal Qualia. Yes, we're in qualia territory. Now, what is a qualium? Well, this is the thing you experience via your senses. It's what it's like to see the colour red. In Mary's Room, we are asked to imagine Mary, who's never seen any colours. She lives in a black and white room. She's always done it. She's never seen yellow, blue or anything. But she knows all about colours. She knows where red falls on the electromagnetic spectrum. She could, from memory, she could quote you all the latest theories of light. She knows exactly how the retina is stimulated by photons, and that transmits via the central nervous system into etc, etc, etc. She knows the lot. She has all the possible technical information you could have. Question: when she steps outside the room for the first time and sees the world in colour, here comes that bouncing red child's ball along the tarmac. Does she have a new experience? Like, what the heck? This is red. I thought I knew all about it. And I think our tendency here will be to say, well, of course she has something new. She's never seen colours before. It doesn't matter how much she knows about colours. She's going to get some new kind of experience here. That's what a qualia is in philosophical terms. And that is the toughest bone to gnaw on, bar one, in my opinion. And again, opinion is divided among the learneds of our age, among whether we could ever get to the bottom of that. The most unimaginable computer power that you can fail to conceive. Or is it just an impossible leap? Let's wind the evolutionary clock back and let's go to when we didn't have novels and internet and debates and chess, and then we didn't see in colour before that, did we? At some point we just saw in black and white. Before that, we were creatures that couldn't see at all. The development of the eye, of course, is shrouded in mystique, not mystery, to the evolutionary biologists. But there you go, you're back to some sort of simple-celled animal that reacts to light. And that's how kind of got together. The cells started shuffling around and one shell penetrated another, but because it was, God, I'm dying to ask why? And even I think the further back you go into this primordial soup, it doesn't matter, you can dig down all you like, you'll never get to the answer there. It reminds me rather of the cheesiest of the Prisoner episodes, where he's confronted with a supercomputer that knows the answer to everything. And massive spoiler alert, if you're about to watch all the episodes for the first time on a hugely entertaining binge, at the end of the episode he fucks up the computer by typing in the word why. As I say, that's probably the least convincing episode. Don't judge the series on that one. But it still gets to the bottom of it, doesn't it? Or rather, it doesn't. It turtles all the way down again. And I could scratch my head until I've done myself some medical damage. I can't see how there could ever be an answer to that. You might say, well, that shows up you're not of a very religious bent, are you? Yeah, I know. But to me, the God solution, which I've heard recently, is, well, you use Occam razor, why not just say, well, God invented it? Yeah, but that just really wants me to ask who invented God. God can invent himself. I'm afraid you're going to have to explain that to me. And there's still a heck of a lot of things it doesn't explain. But anyway, that was me waffling on about things that I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of. The easy problem, the hard problem, and the what's it all about problem.